How the Tortoise Stole the King of the Forest. Long ago, in the heart of the vast African wilderness, all the animals lived together in harmony under the wise and mighty rule of the lion, the king of the forest. Lion was feared and respected by all. His roar could be heard from miles away, shaking the trees and reminding everyone who was in charge. But while most of the animals were loyal to Lion, there was one creature who was not satisfied. The cunning tortoise. Tortoise, though small and slow, was clever beyond measure. He believed that wisdom and wit were far greater tools of leadership than strength and ferocity. But no one would ever think of Tortoise as a ruler. After all, how could a small, slow creature like it ever compare to the powerful lion? So, Tortoise came up with a plan, an outrageous plan to steal the kingship from Lion himself. One day, Tortoise approached the lion's court with a humble request. Bowing low, he said, "O mighty King Lion, ruler of all the animals, I have come to offer you a gift. It is something that only I, Tortoise, can provide." Lion, intrigued by the tortoise's boldness, narrowed his eyes and growled. "What gift could a creature as small as you possibly offer me, the king of the forest?" Tortoise smiled slyly and replied, "Your Majesty, I have discovered a secret treasure hidden deep in the forest. It is a magical crown, far more powerful than the one you wear now. Whoever wears it will not only rule this forest but will be remembered for all time as the greatest king to have ever lived." Lion, being proud and always eager to prove his strength, was immediately interested. "Where is this crown?" he asked, his golden eyes gleaming with curiosity. Tortoise bowed again. "It is deep in the forest, past the great river and through the darkest part of the woods, hidden in a cave only I know how to find. But it is not easy to retrieve. Only the bravest and cleverest of all creatures can bring it back." Lion, full of pride, said, "I am both brave and clever. I will go at once and retrieve this crown. You will guide me, Tortoise." Tortoise nodded, hiding his grin. "Of course, my king. But before we begin our journey, we must first prepare a grand feast. After all, such a treasure deserves a celebration when you return victorious. While you rest and prepare, I will gather the animals for the feast." Lion agreed, and Tortoise set off into the forest, spreading the news to all the animals. "The king is going on a great journey to find a magical crown. We will celebrate his return with the grandest feast the forest has ever seen." The animals, excited and eager to please their king, gathered food, decorated the forest, and prepared for the feast. But Tortoise had a different plan in mind. As the animals prepared, Tortoise secretly whispered to them that Lion would be gone for a long time, and they would need a temporary ruler in its absence. "Who better to guide you while Lion is away than me, Tortoise, the wisest of all the creatures," he suggested. The animals, unsure but trusting Tortoise's cleverness, agreed. After all, Tortoise was known for his intelligence, and they needed someone to lead them while Lion was away. Meanwhile, Lion and Tortoise set off on their journey to find the magical crown. They traveled for days, crossing rivers, climbing hills, and venturing deeper into the forest than any animal had gone before. But Tortoise knew exactly what he was doing. He led Lion in circles, always claiming that they were getting closer to the cave but never actually reaching it. Finally, Lion grew tired. His mighty legs ached, and his patience wore thin. "Where is this crown, Tortoise?" he roared. "I have traveled far and see no sign of it." Tortoise, pretending to be just as exhausted, said, "O great king, the cave is just ahead. But it is guarded by spirits. Only one of us can enter, and the spirits demand a test of wisdom. Lion, too proud to admit his lack of wisdom, growled, "Then go, Tortoise. You are the wisest. Bring me the crown, and I shall reward you." Tortoise bowed and disappeared into the trees, leaving Lion to rest. But instead of finding any cave, Tortoise made his way back to the forest, where the grand feast was already prepared. When he arrived, the animals cheered, thinking the mission was successful. Tortoise took his place at the head of the feast and declared, "While Lion is still searching for the crown, I, Tortoise, will lead the feast in his honor. But we must not wait too long. The forest needs a ruler who is present, not one who is always away." The animals, tired of waiting for Lion, began to agree with Tortoise. One by one, they declared their loyalty to Tortoise, making him the new king of the forest. Back in the woods, Lion waited and waited. Days passed, and finally, he realized he had been tricked. Furious, he rushed back to the forest, roaring in anger. But when he arrived, he found Tortoise sitting on a throne. The animals cheering around him. "What is this?" Lion bellowed. "I am the king." Tortoise, calm and collected, replied, "O great Lion, you left in search of a crown and never returned. The animals needed a ruler in your absence, and I merely did what was best for the forest." Lion, though enraged, knew he had been outwitted. He realized that while he had strength and might, it was Tortoise's wisdom and cunning that had truly won the hearts of the animals. And so, from that day forward, the animals of the forest acknowledged both Lion and Tortoise as rulers. Lion for his strength, and Tortoise for his wisdom. Together, they maintained peace in the forest, each knowing their own place, and Tortoise, with his cleverness, had stolen the kingship in his own quiet way. This story is offering a moral lesson about how wisdom and cunning can sometimes overcome strength. It also highlights the value of cleverness and foresight, key themes in many African folktales. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, and follow for more updates.